I want to discuss something Professor Anton has put out there. He has a video talking about what is the ideal day and what is the best single day. Um, where he has this, he had this class in the past where he asked his students two questions, and he wanted to compare how those two were different. And it kind of makes you think about what our actual wants are and what our current wants are, and then what the things are that really will make us really happy and maintain happiness. Um, First question is, what is the ideal day? Meaning, if you could, just have the best day. If you could have a, if you could pick a day to have whatever you want, do whatever you want, and what's the ideal day for you? And Professor Anton was saying, well, that this would probably include, a lot of comfort. People saying, oh, I want to be, in a lot of comfort. I want to just be really happy. I want to be in luxury, or a lot of stuff like that. But I want to answer these questions and sort of compare them and say why I think this is important. My ideal day would probably involve a couple of things. It would involve a direct connection with God, definitely. Not that I'm losing my faith or anything. It's just that would really make me extremely happy. Second thing that would make a ideal day for me would be a lot of money to be given to me for whatever reason, and I would just do whatever with that. But that would the second thing making my ideal day. And I guess I would like to, I don't know. I guess the third thing I would like on my ideal day would be getting my dream job, which would involve, being a philosophy professor with my PhD and all that stuff. That would also be another thing that my ideal day would include. Now, the second question is, what is the single greatest day ever in the past that you've ever had? This is one that's a little bit difficult for me. The greatest day of my life so far has involved time when I was in seventh grade. I was I was at a not a mission trip, but a sort of a Christian conference for junior high students, and it was called Believe or something like that. And before this point, I had not, I'd been baptized, and I was actively going to church, but I didn't really know what it meant to be a Christian. I didn't really know what it meant to be a part of this religion. I didn't really know what any of it was. So, but what happened at this conference was, I stayed in a hotel with a few people, and I went to sessions where they would talk about certain things in the Bible and talk about whatever, and we would have basically sessions in this huge auditorium where there would be a lot of music, and there would be a lot of prayer, and I guess what happened in one of those times when we were in that place where we were singing to music and worshiping was it was probably maybe the third or fourth day there, and we were all with my church friends. We were praying together, in sort of in a circle. I can't recall, but we were all praying together, and that's probably the single best day of my life, because that's probably the day that I felt closest to God. That's probably the day that I felt most close to God. I felt most in connection with God. And I still feel like I am in connection, but that was the first time that I had really, had somewhat of a connection, which really told me what this whole thing of being a Christian is about, and what all of this is, what I'm supposed to do, and what it means to be this, and what it means to think certain things, and all that, and what it is to think this way and be this way. And that time of prayer is when I was with a lot of others, and I was praying with them, and that is when I felt closest. That is my single best day. But now, comparing the two, what is the ideal? Now, what Professor Anton's question here was is that you should compare the two, and are they different? Why or why not? And first question was talking about, for one, it was talking about another connection with God. Well, I've had others besides that, but this is just one. You know how I've talked about, I'm a Christian because I have had direct and indirect contact with God, which has made deep emotional and spiritual movements on me, that I've told you that's the reason that I'm a Christian. And this time on this conference when I was in 7th grade is one of those times. The ideal day for me included mostly material things, but it also included one thing that was not material at all. And the single best day of my life is nothing material at all. So I guess what I want to challenge you to do is I want to challenge you to ask these questions to yourself. If you didn't really get what I was, what the questions were, I'll put them in the description below. And please, I challenge you, if you're watching this, I challenge you to ask these questions to yourself and see if any of them are different. Because I'm looking at, even though I had, two non-material things in both of my answers to both of the questions, there was one question that had a lot of material things in it, and that makes me have some thought to what we think we want, and if the things that we think we want are the true things that we really do want, or because maybe we think that certain material things are the way to happiness, when there are other things that are totally not material, which are the way to true happiness. So I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on that. So because from looking at my two answers, I'm noticing that my way to full happiness is definitely not material.